aka Mr. Yeah. Don't be got to be your feelings and be careful when you flash. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options.
Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee.
Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your
Greetings,
options.
ladies and gentlemen.
Photocopy when you out here being saucy. I'm up early in the morning, time to get it in. Time to show you what I've been doing. They say fools rush in, but I'm coming with a passion. I'm trying to get to know you while you thinking that I'm asking.
Wow! Oh, you're the only one attacking. Let's go.
I came so far, and it's early in the morning. I just woke up out my sleep, threw some water on my face. Yeah, it's just another day in the Golden State. Ain't no tossing and turning every time for a sign.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
To cut the drama and give it my all and follow people.
Hey, it's like that. It be like that, right? Greetings, brother Swerve.
I can only do what's in my power to do, and what good is this power if I use it like a fool?
If I wanna make it to the top, I gotta study clues, or I can sit back and just watch the news. Hey, don't try to photocopy, you can never stop me.
I was born to be the winner, you can never stop me.
Morning Star, good morning, how are you all doing? I was born to be a winner, you could never stop me.
Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options.
Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee.
Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it.
And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee.
I just put my watch on,
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Southern Delight, just nice to see you. Brother Lex. There's no competition, there's no excuses for opposition.
One thing's for certain, I'm motivated
To be in the kitchen, I gotta listen if I wanna make a difference. Cause what I'm doing can be lost in an instant. Now I'm making a living, so why the hell are they tripping? Is it because I'm the one that they see in their visions? I got a million different ways I can hit with precision. I know I'm gifted cause the way that I speak causes change. And even though it's hard, I stayed in my lane. You got to stay in your lane, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we came to do? Oh, shout out to RMC, the beautiful RMC.
You can never top me.
I was born to be a winner, you could never stop me.
When you play the game, man, you better know your options.
Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee.
Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show started. We don't got much time to waste this morning. Good morning, Southern Lib. All right, my beautiful family out here. We're on the backup once again because you know what the devil came to do. Came to steal, kill, and destroy. Jesus Christ, how do I get that? Oh, I know. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we came to do?
It's deja vu when I'm writing up these raps.
I'm like a Terminator screaming.
I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash.
I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class.
You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass.
Cars in the garage with tanks full of gas.
I play the game so raw, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it.
Wow.
This is how it's supposed to happen when you rich and famous.
That algorithm turned me to a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my zodiac. Benjamin Franklin is my best.
And if they mean they love me,
They don't get replies if they text me.
I say it with my chest cause I'm in it.
Hey,
Got a lot of confidence and I'm
here we go.
Call me the master with a new whip. I'ma take off in a spaceship.
Good morning, Heaven.
I've gone into Zeus's live a couple of days.
Yes.
It was radical.
Very radical.
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way
DJ
off
Kitty,
the
thank you for the subscription.
It's like deja vu.
It's like deja vu, right?
It's like deja vu.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
It's like deja vu.
It really is like deja vu, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Cam. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. DJ, go ahead and kill the music. All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am back on my backup account doing the Lord's work, all right? And you know what that's all about. But before we get started, you know what we got to do. We got to take care of some important housekeeping items, all right? All right, so for those of you, if this is your first time running across someone like myself, let me introduce myself. I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. The first H stands for honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. I have really no reason to lie to you, okay? I mean, the second H is because I'm humble. There's nobody more humble than me on social media. Listen, if I get it wrong, I really will be the first to apologize. It just turns out I haven't been wrong lately, all right? Because I've been doing this for quite a while. All right, and then the last and final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. Yeah, that's right. Now, many of you're familiar with what we do over here on this side of town, on this side of TikTok. What we do is very special, all right? We hold our friends on the right accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes. And believe you me, when it comes to our friends on the right, there is an unbelievable supply of dirty deeds and filthy crimes, all right? And so I must say this because I really and I firmly believe it. If you are one of these folks out here, ladies and gentlemen, as my good friend Brother Swervin likes to say, you're lactose intolerant. All right, that means when you are presented with facts, you experience what we call an allergic reaction. Good morning, Yazzie, the beautiful Yazzie Jazzy. You experience an allergic reaction. If you're one of those people, I got to give you a bit of a heads up. It's going to be a very uncomfortable show for you today, all right? Because what this show has been proven to have done, and it does it to a lot of MAGA, if you're hungry, you're not going to be so hungry, right? You're going to be driving through that McDonald's. Can I get an Egg McMuffin? No, you want a sausage Egg McMuffin. What was I thinking? Can I get a sausage Egg McMuffin with maybe a hash brown and two of those good old American apple pies? You still got it for $2 for $1, you know? And you're going to go to that second drive-through window, and they're going to say, well, would you like coffee with that? And you're going to go, because this is what Snuggles does every day, ladies and gentlemen. I called him on the phone while he's done this. No, I would like a Diet Coke. Who gets Diet Coke for breakfast? These MAGA demons do, right? And then you're going to order that Diet Coke breakfast, whatever you got, and then you're going to go listen to this live, and guess what you're going to do? You're going to lose your appetite, right? Because that's what the truth does. If you're happy, it'll make you sad and depressed, right? That's just what it does, right? And so guess what, ladies and gentlemen? If you don't want to experience that, you might want to leave this live and go on about your miserable morning, all right? Because it's going to get uncomfortable. But get this. You don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
And you do.
if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Amen, amen. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are now officially in the Thunderdome. The airplane has officially taken off because, like I said, I'm your host and your pilot. And let's just get straight into this. We all know what's been happening lately in the news, right? Whether we're talking about Super Tuesday, right? There's a lot going on with Super Tuesday. Whether it's the inability for Congress to actually do anything for the American people, whether it's the sham impeachment into our current President Joe Biden. They're even trying to impeach Hunter Biden, which I don't get because Hunter Biden doesn't work for the United States. But we know what these folks are hell-bent on doing. They are hell-bent on spreading Russian disinformation and misinformation, right? And so, with that being said, their leader, Donald J. Trump, is the one helping to champion this on for the MAGA Republicans. But there seems to be a bit of an issue. All right, I've heard of Sleepy Joe. That's what they call him. But you know what I say? Every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession, right? And so with that being the situation, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this, all right? Trump is degenerating right before our eyes. Are you all aware of this? He's really degenerating in front of our eyes. And guess what? His supporters, those with the MAGA demon, they don't seem to care. They don't seem to get it. And so what I hope I do is I help make it clear to the millions of American people out there who still believe that Donald Trump would be a better president than Joe Biden. I want you to really pay attention to what's going on out here. All right. Despite the best efforts, all right, of the Beltway press to present him as a spry young man next to 81-year-old Joe Biden, it's getting harder by the day to ignore that 77-year-old Donald Trump is decomposing rapidly. He wasn't all that healthy and coherent to begin with, but lately, watching him speak has the feel of getting cornered by the weird creep at the nursing home. Have you heard this guy speak? I put some videos up yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. He's really unraveling. And I believe it's because of these criminal cases that are coming down the pipe, right? Around lunchtime on Monday, all three cable news networks, they cut to Donald Trump awkwardly accepting the Supreme Court nullifying the 14th Amendment on his behalf. After a few semi-coherent, if gross, remarks about how he was honored by the ruling, Trump launched straight into a stream of paranoid jabber, more appropriate for someone having a psychiatric episode on a city bus than for a major presidential candidate. He started rambling about how he wanted immunity for all of his crimes, claiming that without that, you really don't have a president because nobody that is serving in that office will have the courage to make, in many cases, what would be the right decision, or it could be the wrong decision. By the time he got to defining migrant crime as a new category of crime, both MSNBC and CNN decided they needed to cut away from this nonsense, right? Not because it wasn't newsworthy, but we suspect it was more a reasonable worry that viewers would be driven away. It's much like the way folks avert their eyes when a delusional person on the sidewalk starts screaming at the demons he wishes to fight with sticks and stones, to quote something Trump said about immigrants. His appearance got stranger. Almost all networks eventually had to mute him. A bit later, he complained that it takes him 10 minutes to wash his hair, which he somehow blamed on the Democrats, all right, instead of the full bottle of hairspray. Instead of the full bottle of hairspray he uses on his remaining locks every morning. All right, and let's just give it a go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just give this nonsense a go. All right, and this is, when Donald Trump talks about migrants, right? He always says they don't send their best and their brightest. Well, Donald Trump, I'm going to have to push back and say, I don't know about what you're saying, but when it comes to what you are doing, I don't think, and I would hate to say this, but is Donald Trump the best and the brightest of MAGA? Are there any Trump supporters out there? Is Donald Trump the best and the brightest of MAGA? Because he doesn't sound... Listen.
Little things like your sink. You buy a sink and no water comes out because they have regulators on the water. Even if you're in a state where water comes out of heaven all day long, doesn't make any difference. When you take a shower, I like to have, I have this gorgeous head of hair. When I take a shower, I want water to pour down on me. When you go into these new homes with showers, the water drips down slowly. You'd have suds, beautiful, nice, wonderful suds, a lot of money, Procter & Gamble, all that crap that they say is good, probably cost them about 2 cents and they sell it for $10. But you can't, it takes you 10 minutes to wash your hair. You know what you do? You just stay in the shower about 10 times longer than you would have. It's the same. You probably use more water. I broke all that up. I hope.
Well, so as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump is really unraveling, and he's really losing it. And while this is happening, his supporters, they're such cowards. They refuse to concede, and they are willing to prop Donald Trump up still, knowing this man is unraveling. This guy is an embarrassment to the MAGA party, and he's definitely an embarrassment to our country. And this guy is definitely not fit to be president of the United States, right? So guess what we got to do, ladies and gentlemen, right? Because these Trump supporters, these MAGA demons have no shame, and they don't know when to call it a quit when the game's over. We're going to help them, all right? All right, so can you all get those tomatoes out and those blueberries out, all right? And do me a huge favor, all right? Join me in giving Donald Trump and his legion of MAGA demons what they rightfully deserve this bright and early on a Wednesday morning after Super Tuesday. Our first honorable round of booze and shame. Give it to him.
Silence, you MAGA demon!
Silence, you MAGA demons. Speaking of Super Tuesday, I want to put a pin in it. All right, I want to stop for a quick second. All right, how many of you have seen these images, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know which ones are real and which ones are fake. Have any of you seen these images? These are AI generated images. All right, that somehow Donald Trump's campaign seems to be linked to. All right, and what they're specifically designed to do is to appeal to the blacks that Donald Trump claims he loves so dearly. He loves them so much, it's just hard to find them around him these days, right? I want to let you all know that these fake AI pictures did nothing for MAGA yesterday, all right? They did nothing because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? And this came in. This is real information. You can go look it up. It was a bad night for Donald Trump yesterday. It was. Why? Okay, listen. And I know I got I got a lot of messages yesterday. Zeus, we're winning. You know, this guy, what was his name? Trash Bait. He sends me a bunch of videos. Zeus, you don't understand politics. Look at what Donald Trump did yesterday. You don't see the bigger picture. Well, I got some bad news for all of you out there, all right? And it's this. Super Tuesday had big surprises for voters and candidates alike, despite predicted forerunners, President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump claiming the majority of the states. With 15 states and one territory at stake, Donald Trump only won 12 states with 271 delegates. All right, and this is the most interesting part. All right. Nikki Haley, on the other hand, she won 17 delegates, all right? Meanwhile, guess what? President Joseph Biden took all 15 states, all right? And this is what they're saying. While 17 delegates might seem like a minor loss to a Republican candidate with 554 delegates, hundreds of more than any of his other challengers, political experts say Haley's victory was a bad sign for Donald Trump. Do you hear what I'm saying, MAGA? Nikki Haley's victory yesterday. I should call it Nikki Haley's victory yesterday, right? We're going to call it that. Trump didn't win. All right? Great night for Joe Biden and a bad night for Donald Trump. All right? Here's why. All right? Both Biden and Trump won states across the United States and California, Colorado, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, Massachusetts, Minnesota, and Maine. Predictions show. Biden also claimed a victory in Iowa, where mail-in ballots wrapped Tuesday in Utah, where Republican voters were still being counted late last night. All right. Yet, while Trump delivered a victory speech from Mar-a-Lago, there was no open bar. Political experts turned their eyes to Vermont and to exit polls all across the United States. Trump seems fine with ditching Haley's supporters, but that could be to his peril in November. All right? This has consistently earned a sizable share of votes. All right, her pull with non-MAGA Republicans and independents is strong. And that should be a warning sign for Donald Trump. You get what I'm saying, MAGA? Donald Trump is not looking that good. He didn't get the 15 states he was supposed to. He only got 12. And he's driving a wedge between himself and Nikki Haley and her constituents, right? Which ultimately means what we all know, that most of the Nikki Haley's are going to do the right thing when it comes time to vote in November. And you know what that is? They're going to go vote for guess who? Joe Biden. Those fake AI pictures aren't going to save you, MAGA. All right. And so guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what we need to do to help MAGA understand just how ridiculous this stuff has gotten. All right. It's bad news for you, all right, that Donald Trump couldn't win. And it's not a sign that he's going to get any better because, number one, he's losing it cognitively. And then number two, he's not actually growing the base, right? So guess what we got to do, ladies and gentlemen? Join me once again in giving these traitors, these seditionists, treasonous thugs what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame. I personally don't I don't understand how you Trump supporters still believe that Donald Trump has a chance. Does anyone out there seriously believe Donald Trump is going to be president come November? Does anyone think he's going to win? Raise your hand if you think Donald Trump is going to win out there. I would love to know what the what's going on inside of your mind. You cannot be that unhinged about what's really going on. And by the way, like I said, he's going to be going to court real soon in the state of New York, all right? Because of what he did, that election interference stuff, the hush money payments, right? And I got some more bad news about that. Snuggles, I hope you're here because you posted a video and you've been going around here with this fake headline, and I think it's time to revisit it, champ. I really do. Oh, yeah, there he is right there. Snuggles, you're losing, bro. You should hear the latest news coming out of New York. You're not going to like this, buddy. You're not. I mean, it goes from bad to worse with this guy. But before we get there, Snuggles, I want to bring your attention to this, right? Nikki Haley said that she will suspend her campaign and leave Donald Trump as the last major Republican candidate. I mean, while yesterday Nikki Haley did stick it to Trump, I do think that she recognizes, when it's over, all right? And so I'll say this, Nikki Haley, she's going to suspend her presidential campaign today after being soundly defeated across the country on Super Tuesday. And this is what people are saying. 3 people with direct knowledge who spoke on the condition of anonymity because they weren't authorized to speak publicly confirmed Haley's decision ahead of the announcement. All right. Haley is not planning. This is the thing I wanted you all to understand. She is not planning to endorse Donald Trump. All right. Instead, she expects to encourage him to earn the support of the coalition of, quote, moderate Republicans and independent voters who supported her. And this her message, we all know, is going to fall on deaf ears, right? Because Donald Trump doesn't listen to sound and reasonable advice. No, Donald Trump thinks he's winning. And so guess what he's going to do? He's going to ignore Nikki Haley and make sure he does all he can to make sure her voters vote for guess who? Joe Biden, right? Right? And we know they will. Either that or they're just not going to vote, all right? So guess what we got to do, ladies and gentlemen? Join me in giving Donald Trump what he rightfully deserves once again, all right? Because even with the opportunity to unite the Republican Party, he's going to figure out how to divide it in ways you can't imagine. This is how ridiculous and deranged he is. Join me in giving him what he deserves. Another round of booze and shame. I know you don't like it. I know you don't like this truth. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. You see that? There's no strings attached. I'm not a hand puppet, all right? I'm not out here, no one sent me out here to deliver this truth. I'm really doing this because I want you to understand there's no excuse. There's no excuse for you to continue to dwell in lies and misinformation. No, not after all of this truth. Not after all. No, Double D. See, that's where you went wrong, Double D. I've not lied to you about one thing. Double D, do me a huge favor, all right? Don't put another thing in the chat, all right? Just sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast. You just might learn something, Double D. You've been wrong the entire time that I've known you on this app, and it's been quite a while. There's no excuse for your ignorance. There really isn't. All right, now let's move it along. All right, Snuggles, this one's for you. Perjury plea opens up Trump lawyers to a very very big and nasty problem. All right. Now that Donald Trump's former CFO and accountant, Alan Weisselberg, has pleaded guilty to perjury. By the way, he's going to go to Rikers Island for 5 more months because I guess these folks really love jail. The lawyer who defended Donald Trump at his bank fraud trial, the lawyers, that's multiple lawyers, I'm sorry, have found themselves in a precarious position, open to accusations that they violated professional ethics for remaining silent while their witness lied in court. These same folks, these Trump supporters, they go after Fani Willis and they say she's unethical. But when Trump's attorneys, they sit up there and they bring in someone that they know committed perjury, you all went silent, quiet as a bunch of church mouses. Like I said, you folks aren't really Christians. You're hypocrites and you're being exposed at all levels. Attorneys put their bar license at risk if they sit idly by while they know that their witness presents false testimony under oath. Let me say that again to you, snuggles. Attorneys put their bar license at risk if they sit idly by while they know that their witness is presenting false testimony under oath. And I guarantee you, you know who gave them the instructions to do it, all right? As such, Weisselberg's recent confession presents a unique and personal threat to Trump's hired legal guns, who have already gained an unseemly reputation over their willingness to defend their clients' hate-fueled attacks on public officials, attack judges on his behalf, and play delay games by pitting court calendars against each other. Quote, the lawyers could face bar discipline if they knew that the testimony was false and did nothing. The state bar attorney grievance committee could initiate its own investigation on the trial or the trial judge could make a referral. The fallout from Weisselberg's plea deal on Monday could be severe for Donald Trump's attorneys. Alina Habba, remember her? This is bad news for her. Clifford S. Roberts and their colleagues. It would also be a fitting follow-up to the stark warnings against Justice Arthur F. Engoron's that he issued to them last month. While presiding over the 3-month trial about Trump's incessant lies to banks last year, Engoron considered Weisselberg an untrustworthy witness who couldn't accurately recall his role at the company's former chief financial officer. But on February 1st, the New York Times reported that Weisselberg was secretly negotiating a perjury plea deal with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Engoron immediately demanded that Trump's lawyers explain if their witness was, quote, now changing his tune. All right? And whether he is admitting that he lied under oath in my courtroom. All right? And I'll jump ahead to say this. New York's rules of professional conduct command that, quote, a lawyer shall not knowingly use perjured testimony or false evidence. But it also goes further, ordering that a lawyer who knows their client is engaged in criminal or fraudulent conduct related to the proceedings shall take reasonable remedial measures, including, if necessary, disclosure at the tribunal. Now, I can't go all the way into this because it's a lot, and I know it's exploding those MAGA minds. But I'll say this, ladies and gentlemen, I'll say this. Do we really think Donald Trump's attorneys didn't know that Alan Weisselberg was on the stand committing perjury? Do we really believe that? These are some people who love to call people out. They call people out like Fani Willis. They call people out like Alvin Bragg. They always seem to show up with paperwork that came from we don't know where. So we know they got the paperwork and the emails that showed Alan Weisselberg was involved. Why didn't they disclose it? And I'll tell you why. Because they thought they could get away with it, right? They thought they could get away with it. And guess what? They've been caught, because that's what happens when you're in the cult. So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to give them some booze and shame. Join me in giving Donald Trump's attorneys what they rightfully deserve, all right? Another round of booze and shame! It's not that easy. It's not that easy, all right, on these folks right now. Right now, it's actually quite difficult. These folks, these Trump supporters, ladies and gentlemen, they're getting caught left and right. It's almost as if they all went to the same school to learn how to commit crime. What's the name of that one school they went to that teaches you how to commit crime? What is it called, ladies and gentlemen? What is it called? A Trump University? They all went to Trump University. Here's your degree. Now go out and commit as much crime as you can and don't come back, right? I mean, you folks, you really, just because Donald Trump tells you that he loves you or he cares about you and that you're smart, that doesn't mean you really are. I'm so sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry, all right? Speaking of smart and intelligent, right? You know what we got right here, ladies and gentlemen. You know exactly what we got right here. Marjorie Taylor Greene, she clashes with Emily Maltese or Maltese over her bizarre Jewish space laser conspiracy. Let's see if we can get this thing to queue up, all right? Let's listen to it. Okay, I mean, and this to me, ladies and gentlemen, is a good sign, is a good example of why some folks, they really just need to hang it up, all right? These folks aren't fit to be in Congress, all right? Because when you start saying ridiculous stuff like Marjorie Taylor Greene does, as far as I'm concerned, it's proof that you've really lost it, all right? So what she did was she told a British journalist to F off after being questioned about her bizarre conspiracy claim that Jewish space lasers started the California wildfires. Listen to this.
Love conspiracy theories, including... Can you tell me why so many people that support Donald Trump love conspiracy theories, including yourself? He seems to attract lots of conspiracy theorists.
Well, let me tell you, you're a conspiracy theorist, and the left and the media spreads more conspiracy theories. We like the truth, we like supporting our Constitution, our freedoms, and America first. So
What about Jewish space lasers? Tell us about Jewish space
no,
lasers.
why don't you go talk about Jewish space lasers, and really, why don't you f*** off? How about that?
Thanks, thank you very much.
Wow. So you see what happens when you run the tape back to these Trump supporters? They don't think we're listening to them. They don't think we read what they type. They don't think we got it on tape. And when we start to quote back the nonsense that they spew on a daily basis and on a regular basis, whether they're in church or not, all of a sudden that MAGA demon surfaces. They get angry, they get flustered, and they start using profanity. Why, Marjorie? Tell us about those Jewish space lasers. We didn't invent that. You and your MAGA demons did. And yet they continue to portray themselves as victims. Marjorie Trader Greene, I should say. And because we still don't know who's the one that planted that pipe bomb on January 6th, a lot of people say it's Marjorie Taylor Greene. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving her what she rightfully deserves this bright and early on a Wednesday morning, right after Super Tuesday. She doesn't want to answer about the Jewish space lasers when we all know that's what she started, and she is a conspiracy theorist because, like we say, every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession. Join me in giving her what she deserves. Another round of booze and shame. See, they don't like me because I tell the truth. And I'll say this to you, traitors. I'd rather tell the truth and be realer than you than to be sitting out here in a jail cell out in Washington, D.C. because Donald Trump played me like a fiddle. All the ones out there that think they're hostages, let me say it to you. You're not hostages, you're traitors. All right? And Donald Trump doesn't even care about you. All right? Think about that. When was the last time he put some money on your books? When was the last time he paid for your legal fees? When was the last time he did a single thing for you besides make you give, not just your money, but your life to him? You all ought to be ashamed. And guess what? I can tell there's some folks out here who are upset with me in the way that I'm running my show. All right? I know your feelings are hurt, but you must not have heard what I said at the top of the show.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Bingo, 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 and I do mean that honestly, because nothing grinds my gears than to know that there's these folks sitting in this country reaping the benefits, all right, and complaining about silly things like immigration, silly things about what President Biden is or isn't doing for them, and yet they won't get out here and actually actively engage in any form of our democracy. They just want to sit on the internet and cry all day. Nope, absolutely not. If you don't like it, guess what you can do? You can leave. All right, now let's talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. One of the greatest political implosions of my life, experts are saying, this is what they're saying about Kyrsten Sinema. All right, we all heard the news. United States Senator Kyrsten Sinema, who initially entered politics as a Democrat before switching parties in 2022 yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, announced in a video yesterday that she would not seek re-election. All right. Now, what they're saying is there's a bit of a backstory, all right? Last month, all right, according to sources, bizarre spending suggested that she wasn't serious about running for a second term. All right, they said, quote, now as Sinema reportedly considers whether to run for another term in 2024, it's hard to overstate the degree to which she has become a caricature of the type of politician she once bashed. All right. They went on to report the unusual spending of $210,000 in taxpayer funds on private chartered air travel since 2020, a practice that she herself had tried to ban 6 years earlier. The Arizona lawmaker lost immense financial support at the end of 2023 from major donors who turned their support towards her Democratic opponent, Representative Ruben Gallego. Gallego will now face failed Arizona GOP gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake in the Senate race this fall. In her announcement video, she says, quote, the only political victories that matter these days are symbolic. Attacking your opponents on cable news or social media. Compromise is a dirty word. I believe in my approach, but it's not what America wants right now, she continued. Because I choose civility, understanding, listening, working together to get stuff done. I will leave the Senate at the end of this year. I'll just wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. Well, first of all, thank you. Get her out of here. All right. I'll end it by saying this. Melanie Del Rigo, executive director for campaign for New York Health, said, don't overthink Senator Kyrsten Sinema leaving the Senate. She's never been driven by compromise. She's driven solely by which corporations and lobbyists gave her the most money, which makes her an elected mercenary, not an elected representative of the people. Quote, Kyrsten Sinema will go down in history as a feckless, corrupt, egomaniac who sabotaged abortion and voting rights and destroyed her own political career in the process. Enjoy your lobbying gig and leave the rest of us alone forever. Right? Goodbye, Kyrsten Sinema. You've done enough damage to this country with your lies and that MAGA demon. So guess what we're going to do to Miss Nasty Kyrsten Sinema, who came in like a wolf in sheep clothing to try to get in the hen house. You know, these wolves, sometimes they put on sheep clothing. They want to try to destroy us from within. Let's give her what she rightfully deserves. An honorable round of booze and shame. Get out of here. It's sad. It's sad when you got to pretend to be something you're not in order to get some sort of attention, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is some sick stuff that these folks are engaging in. I mean, it really is. Now let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. Should we play this next game? There's Should we do MAGA or not, ladies and gentlemen? Should we do MAGA or not? All right, hold on. Play this next game. Should we do MAGA or not, ladies and gentlemen? Should we do MAGA or not? All right, hold on. We are all right. Let's do MAGA or not, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you know the rules, right? We haven't done it in a while. Can you see me right now, ladies and gentlemen? We're about to play MAGA or not. Are you ready? Are you ready to play MAGA or not, ladies and gentlemen? Are you ready to play MAGA or not? You know the rules, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you think this is MAGA, or put a 2 if you think it's other. And by the way, MAGA demons are not restricted to a certain area of the planet, all right? They come from, I've seen MAGA demons in places like, Hong Kong. I've seen MAGA demons in places like even Ukraine. Definitely Russia. So MAGA demons, ladies and gentlemen, they could come from any corner of the world. And you just got to listen to this and really think to yourself, is this something a MAGA demon would really do? All right. And so if you believe that's what it is, let's put it in the chat. Please put a 1. All right. Dad is accused of drugging daughter's 3 friends during a sleepover with smoothies he insisted that they drink. All right, this might be a bit of a trigger warning, but listen, nothing bad happens. All right, I tried, but this is a real situation. An Oregon father is facing charges after 3 girls at his house slept over were allegedly drugged. The Lake Oswego Police Department confirmed last week that 57-year-old Michael Maiden has been charged with 3 counts of causing another to ingest a controlled substance, 3 counts of application of Schedule 4 controlled substances to another, and 3 counts of delivery of a controlled substance to a minor following an incident back in August. All right, this is what happened. On August 26, 2023, police were notified that 3 12-year-old girls were being treated at Randall Children's Hospital after they reportedly had been exposed to an unknown prescription drug while sleeping over at a friend's house. Detectives investigated the incident and determined that 57-year-old Michael Maiden of Lake Oswego, who was the host of the sleepover, was responsible for the drugs detected in the girls' bloodstream. According to the probable cause affidavit, Maiden's daughter had 3 of her friends over for a, quote, spa night and sleepover. He is accused of giving all 4 of these girls mango smoothies, providing them with specific colored reusable straws to distinguish their own drink. He was allegedly adamant that the girls drink out of their own cup and insisted they drink them. One girl said the smoothies had tiny white chunks throughout and was sprinkled on top. This is real stuff. One of the children reported feeling woozy, hot, and clumsy after her smoothie, saying she went into a thick, deep sleep. Another girl, however, didn't like the smoothie and barely drank it. She told police that she went downstairs more than once during the night and tried to separate the 2 girls from each other as they slept. She claimed that she could feel him watching her, all right, by his presence as she kept her eyes shut, pretending to be asleep. Before saying he began doing tests to make sure they weren't awake. According to the girl, he put his finger under her nose as if she was sound asleep before he then waved his hand in front of her face. When he left the room, all right, this is the strong part, right? The girl then began frantically texting her mother, "Mom, please pick me up. All right, and say I had a family emergency. I don't feel safe here." All right. She messaged her mom at around 1:40 a.m. All right. She eventually reached a family friend who picked her up. The girl's mother then notified the parents of the other girls who showed up at around 3 a.m. to get their children. He allegedly told them to come back in the morning, but they insisted on taking the girls home. All right. Citing the probable cause affidavit, one of the girls kept asking what happened, couldn't walk. So they took her to the hospital. 12 hours after drinking the smoothie, police said she was walking slowly. All right. And guess what? They all tested positive for benzopidine. I don't know what this is. Benzopidine. This is Xanax, ladies and gentlemen. They all tested positive for Xanax. All right. So what do we conclude, ladies and gentlemen? Is this a MAGA demon or not? All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe this is a deranged MAGA demon. All right. It's a MAGA demon, right? Yeah. Parents, please make sure you watch your children in all seriousness. This stuff right here is serious stuff, but I'm so glad that these young ladies had enough awareness to understand just how dangerous of a situation it was, right? But I'm going to have to side with you. This is definitely what MAGA demons are all about, right? Because they don't have any shame. And somewhere along the line, this individual, this knucklehead, this criminal monster, she's a monster. This is beyond a knucklehead. This monster thought this was a good idea and that he could get away with it because guess who else does stuff like this? Probably their leader, Donald J. Trump. Now, I haven't heard anything about Trump necessarily using things like this, but we know birds of a feather flock together, right? Join me in giving these MAGA demons what they rightfully deserve. No, he wasn't a Democrat. Nope, Ryan, we already took the poll, champ. MAGA. Let's give them what they deserve. A round of booze and shame. Now, Negro. Listen, it's in the history books now. There's nothing you can say to change it, all right? And you know what it reminded me of? I'm going to be honest. You heard about that scandal in the White House, right? When Donald Trump was in office, they said, Dr. Ronnie Johnson, what was he doing? He was prescribing these type of medicines. He was prescribing uppers. He was prescribing downers. I mean, he had no shame in his game, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, now let's move it right along, all right? What is the other topic that I wanted to cover, all right? Do I have it right here? Oh. Okay, I'll start with this, ladies and gentlemen, before we move on to the final part of the show. Before we go to the next part, the final part of the show, I'll just say this. There's been a lot of, in all seriousness, there's been a lot of reports coming out from people that used to work in Donald Trump's administration, all right? And they're saying that, in all seriousness, America cannot survive a second term with Donald Trump. And I just want to make sure we all understand that's really the reason, that's the main reason why Zeus gets up every morning and brings down this heavy hammer of truth. We all know that Donald Trump is the most dangerous threat to our democracy, all right? A lot of his former staff, they resigned. You know what? And you know when they resigned, a lot of them they did. They resigned after January 6th, the attack on the Capitol. On that day, many of us know we witnessed something in American history that we didn't think, I was around during 9/11, right? We all saw 9/11. And when I saw that was, I would argue, very, very traumatizing. The way that attack occurred. And I said, wow, that was the first time I was aware we actually had some serious enemies out here and they will do some serious harm, right? But I never in a million years thought I would be able to witness another attack that would almost eclipse that. And the reason I say that it eclipses that was because of the individuals involved, right? The individuals involved with that domestic terrorist attack that happened on the United States soil on January 6, 2021 is definitely something that I'll never forget. I can never forgive the Trump supporters for doing this. I mean, some people, if they're trying to really get it right, I might work with them on it. But how could you? How could you? This is what happened, right? They attacked the Capitol on behalf of Donald Trump, right? And so I've been covering this part of the show for quite a while. I've been doing this for over a year. Every day I go through the news, there's always a new traitor that's been arrested. And either arrested, right? Convicted or sentenced behind their behavior on or around January 6th. In your opinion, it's worse than 9/11? Yeah, because it was people who are United States citizens that did this. That's what makes it that much more egregious, right? That's what makes it even more ridiculous. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's cover what happened on that day, if you don't mind. And people don't like the way that I tell this story, but I got to tell it this way to make sure you understand what it really is. Because if you believe what Donald Trump said, then you're going to be still where you're at right now, right? We got people out here 4 years outside of the attack on the Capitol, and they still believe everything Donald Trump said. I don't know why, but they still do. So Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen, is the modern day leader of the Confederate Army. All right. His supporters, to me, they really are his soldiers. They do not mind getting down and dirty for Donald Trump. And they know this. What they don't know is that we know this about them, right? So let's go back to that period of time, right? It was a hotly contested election coming. This is in 2020. We were in a pandemic. Trump knew he was going to lose to President Biden. Right, Jimmy? He knew he was going to lose. So what did he start doing? He started to invent the big lie, which is, if I lose, it's because the election was rigged, right? What that did was that planted the seed in the minds of his soldiers, right? So all throughout 2020, he had his soldiers believing that there was going to be a sneaky outcome that's going to happen. And if it does happen, we're going to take action. So, you know how it starts, ladies and gentlemen. Attention all MAGA. This is Donald Trump. He's the modern day Jefferson Davis of the Confederate Army, right? You know, his compound in Mar-a-Lago, that's the headquarters. I lost the election to Joe Biden fair and square, but you know what? That really makes me angry. So we need to do something about it. I am going to organize an event called Stop the Steal, which is really nothing more than a rally right before a battle. And I need you to do me a favor, all of you. I need you to sell everything that you have. I need you to send the money and the proceeds to me. And then I need you to get your behinds to Washington, D.C. And you know what his supporters did? Like a bunch of weird individuals. I mean, they jumped in the back of U-Hauls. They put the khaki pants on. They put masks on, right? In the pandemic, they were crying, don't make us wear the mask. We can't breathe. But when Donald Trump said get to Washington, D.C., they masked up. They brought tactical gear, right? The Boogaloo Boys, the Proud Boys, the Patriot Front, all of these individuals. Some even took their children. Some took their wives, all right? And they converged on the Capitol in Washington, D.C., where they began to plot the next attack, right? You know, Fort Sumter. It wasn't Fort Sumter. It was the Capitol. They wanted to go cause harm at the Capitol, right? Under the direction of guess who? Donald Trump. So Donald Trump gets them to meet him at the Ellipse. And what does he do when he gets his soldiers there? He encourages violence.
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here we're going to walk down to the Capitol. And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
You hear that? And his soldiers, they followed his orders. And they began to march on the Capitol. And they had their flags. You know, these armies, when they go in there and they're battling, they carry their flags. They had flags. The Trump flag was there, the MAGA flag, right? We saw the Confederate flag resurfacing. Where'd you get that thing from? I didn't even know they still sold those. And they proceeded to march on towards the Capitol, chanting nasty things. They were going after the Vice President, Mike Pence, right? Hang Mike Pence. And then there was a moment where they ran across an individual, one of their own, Ray Epps, and they said, feds, feds, feds. Remember this double D? So if you knew Ray Epps, if you thought Ray Epps was the feds, why did you continue to break the law? That means you knew the police were there, you knew the FBI was there, but you still insisted on breaking the law. That's because that MAGA demon told you it would be okay. That's why. You have no answer. And no, I don't need to play the rest of his his little message encouraging violence. I don't want anybody else doing anything. All right. I think if I played it for 5 seconds, that's too much. So they proceed to commit crimes at the United States Capitol, ladies and gentlemen. No. Oh, he didn't say break windows. And that's an excuse. That's an excuse, right? That's an excuse because he wasn't detailed about what to do when he made sure you all went there. All of a sudden that absolves him. But let me ask you this. Why did all these people go to the Capitol that day? Please don't say it was Nancy Pelosi. They went there to see Nancy. All you Trump supporters went to the Capitol to see Nancy Pelosi? Or maybe you went to see your leader, your cult leader, Donald Trump. If I had to roll the dice and bet, I'd bet $100 million. All of you went there to see Donald Trump, not Nancy Pelosi. Because I know how you feel about Nancy Pelosi. You don't like Nancy Pelosi. You don't like the Democrats. So stop lying. Stop lying, right? So now that we're at the crime scene that day, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear about one of the things that one of his soldiers did that day, if you don't mind. Yeah, they don't like it when I get out here and I tell these stories, but I'm not making a single thing up. Let's go to the crime scene that day and talk about what one of Donald Trump's Confederate soldiers did. All right, let's go. So, Missouri man going to prison for Capitol riot says Donald Trump and Josh Hawley incited him. A Raytown man who blames former President Donald Trump and others elected officials, including Missouri Senator Josh Hawley, for his involvement in the Capitol riot was sentenced Tuesday to nearly 6 years in prison for assaulting officers during the attack. Christopher Brian Rowe, 39, must serve 2 years of supervised release and pay a $2,000 restitution for damages to the Capitol, which prosecutors say stand more than $2.9 million. Rowe, who carried a pitchfork on the Capitol grounds on January 6, pled guilty on November 2nd to 3 felony counts of assaulting a federal officer. His sentencing hearing was held before Judge Colleen Cotley in the United States District Court for District of Columbia. Quote, Rowe came to Washington, D.C., equipped with weapons and the means to restrain, detain people, the government said in its sentencing memorandum. Once he arrived at the Capitol, he violently assaulted multiple police officers and resisted all attempts to remove him from the building. Then, after his second ejection from the Capitol, he used a bicycle rack as a battering ram in an effort to re-enter the building yet again. His offenses, the document said, were of the utmost seriousness. For each count, Rowe faced a maximum sentence of 8 years in prison, 3 years supervised release. The government had recommended a total of 71 months in prison, 1 month more than what the judge had handed down. 3 years supervised release and $2,000 restitution. Rowe had asked for a sentence of 1 year and 1 day in prison. His memorandum describes him as a 39-year-old husband, a father to a special needs toddler, and gainfully employed as a meat cutter in a grocery store. Much of Rowe's sentencing documents was dedicated to laying the blame on Trump and others for his actions. Quote, like millions of other Americans, he should have said traitors, Mr. Rowe believes the 2020 presidential election was stolen and believes motivated his offense conduct on January 6, 2021. His filing said, quote, those beliefs were based on the statements of Donald Trump himself, various television news outlets, internet sources, social media, and elected government officials. It said the court, quote, has not only the authority but the duty to consider the mitigating nature of these beliefs when sentencing Mr. Rowe. quoting segments from Trump's August 1, 2023 indictment that accuses him of conspiring with others to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election. The document said, quote, "The January 6 cases are unique and unparalleled in American history." Quote, "Never has a president attempted to remain in power despite having lost an election." All right. "Never has a president obstructed the peaceful transition of power. Never has a president spread pervasive and destabilizing lies about the election fraud to create an intense national atmosphere of mistrust and anger and erode public faith in the administration of the election." You know, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're at right now. Where the Trump supporters who are facing real jail time, their minds and their eyes are starting to open up and see the truth. How does it feel, MAGA, to hear this kind of story where they openly and say these things when they shut the app, when they shut TikTok off, right? When they're not hanging out in the mob with, you, and they actually have to, oh my God, and they actually have to face some real accountability for their actions. Now you see them telling you the truth. They're telling you the same thing I'm telling you. All of a sudden, they became Democrats in the courtroom, right? Guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? You know what we got to do. Join me in giving these traitors what they rightfully deserve. Another one bites the dust, and he's been sentenced and convicted. Let's give him what he deserves. Some booze and shame. All right. And since he's been sentenced and convicted and sentenced, let's send him off the old-fashioned way, all right?
I'd like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
You heard what he said? This guy right here, the one that lured you, he lured you to Washington, D.C. I could never, Gator Vet, seriously, I don't understand what the attraction is. With all this information out here, you still want to support this guy. He's going broke. He's a fraud. His track record, if you run his credit report, it'll come up fraud, right? And you will turn around and say, all three credit bureaus are wrong, all right? Donald Trump is right. Have you lost your mind, MAGA? Think about how ridiculous that sounds, all right? You listen to a man that wakes up every day, paints himself orange, right? Puts a bird's nest on his head, right? Puts on those diapers, puts on that crumpled blue suit, gets that extra long red tie, and gets on his social media platform and begins to spread lies and misinformation and instructs all of his soldiers on what to do. You're willing to tear your own families apart for this guy. You heard what he said. They said play the whole clip. What more do I need to play? This is the part that gets me. Let me play it for you. Let me play it for you right here.
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down and I'll be there with you.
Right there. Right there. I'm going to stop it right there. He said, we are going to walk down and I'll be right there with you. Any of you been to the Capitol that day? Any of you traitors, are any traitors in the audience today? By a show of hands, if you went there to that so-called peaceful protest, Raise your hand. Tell me, did Donald Trump, did he show up with you? Did he walk with you? Anyone out there, did Donald Trump walk with you that day? Be honest. Be honest. Any Trump supporters that were at the Capitol on January 6th, please confirm whether or not Donald Trump told the truth when he said that he would be right there with you. Oh, you see how they get radio silent? No, Double D, he didn't go. You know what he did? He sent you up the river. He sent you up the river without a paddle. He went and jumped back into the beast, all right, with his Secret Service, and he went home. He went to the White House. He got home. Give me a Diet Coke, turned on the TV, and he said, now watch these knuckleheads. Look at them throw their lives away from me. Easy merch. You guys are easy merch to Donald Trump. I mean, I can't hate on him for what he do, right? I mean, I get it. If you can figure out a way to make people send you everything that they own and throw their lives away for you, all right? And if you could make them believe it, Jesus, you're actually quite the magician. And you will never, none of you, especially you, Gator vetted Double D, none of you ever will develop the courage to tell Donald Trump you're a liar. You'll think about that. I could tell Donald Trump he's a liar. And I could tell Joe Biden he's a liar if I needed to. But you know that you can never fix your mouth to say that about your cult leader. Because the day that you tell Donald Trump he's a liar, that's when the mob is going to attack you. That's when all the MAGA demons are going to come after you. And to be quite honest, you all live in fear. You live in fear. And that's why I do the wonderful work that I do, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to open up the boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth and shame the devil. All right, thank you, Brother Tony. All right, and I do appreciate all of you coming in and tuning in on my backup account. I mean, it's hard to do, but we're going to get it done. And you know the rules. I'm going to try to make sure everyone keeps it under 3 minutes. No, Jimmy. You must not have been here yesterday. By the way, Chiquisha was looking for you, Jimmy. You're completely wrong. All right? And Snuggles has been wrong too. I was in a live with Snuggles yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. And they were crying. Thank you, Valerie, for the subscription. They were crying about migrants entering the country, right? And they were, the Venezuelans. And I had to explain to them, Trump signed that executive order deferring deportations of migrants from Venezuela right before he left the White House. They had no clue Trump signed that thing on his way out. And guess what they all tried to do? They tried to blame President Biden. But guess what happened? They got radio silent when I hit them with the truth. A bunch of liars. You guys are a bunch of liars. And I really wish you all would actually start reading. It would make my job a little easier if we could actually move on from having to debunk you and start having more meaningful conversations about, which policy makes the most sense, right? All right, so we're going to open up those boxes, ladies and gentlemen, and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, good job, President Biden, yesterday, all right? How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic. Why is he going to eat lunch and not get for money?
Oh, he is?
Yes, he is.
Oh.
So why, if he's so rich, why does he need it? Secondly, Marjorie Taylor Greene, you basically are the pig that we all know and hate. When you say tell the journalists go F themselves, it just shows you're a deplorable piece of crap. Oops, go ahead.
No. That's okay. Fine. That's fine. The gloves are off attacking. We can edge a little closer to some of that toxic stuff. But don't go any further.
No, I know. I get my limits.
Janae, the hate is not strong, Janae. This is true.
Any fake Christians out there, just become Linda Blair and do what she did in The Exorcist with that cross, because we know you do that anyway. So just take your Christianity and shove it where the sun don't shine, because we know you're a fake Christian. We all know that. You're an alcoholic fake Christian. You do drink. You ride plastic dolls with Trump's face on it, so we all know that too. But the thing is this is getting disgusting. Donald Trump last night, he always has to tear down America to make everybody think that he's the only one who can fix it.
Right.
He has to lie about America and the oil. All you got to do is go
Yeah.
to the EAI and read the statistics. Read that we're producing more oil than we ever have, even under Trump. Trump in 2020 with this deal with OPEC and stuff like that cost things to happen. But
Yeah.
you guys are ignorant. You guys are disgusting human beings who have to lie for somebody as you say you don't lie. You do the same thing that Donald Trump says. I will never lie to you.
Mm.
You fake
Yeah.
Christians, Snuggles, Stacy, all you people are horrible human beings who have to lie for somebody. We don't have to lie for Joe Biden.
Nope.
If Joe Biden does something, we say convict him. You guys don't care about any of the information that's coming out about Trump. You don't care what words are coming out of his mouth, what lies are coming out of his mouth. What you do is you lay on your bed and you satisfy yourself when he lies to you. That's all you
Now that's
do.
disgusting.
And that's all you do. You guys are bent over, grabbing your ankles, taking his little microphallus up your yin yang, because that's what you do. Now, if you don't like what I say, I don't really give a dang. Because I call you up for being a disgusting human being. You want to make videos of me? Please do. I love it. It doesn't bother me. But I know I can twist you like a pretzel. Janae, I know you're drooling at the mouth, wanting to yell at me. Snuggles, you're drooling too. But you know what? I don't care. It
No.
doesn't bother me, but I know I can piss you fucking people off.
Oh, now, I got that one attacking. Wait a second.
I caught it too. I caught it too. I caught it too. But you guys are disgusting human beings. You never provide proof. You never provide facts. And then when we start talking, what you guys do is you talk over Zeus, you talk over me, you talk over Shay, you talk over Angela. That's all you guys do.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
by the way, they reported me. Oh, did I hurt your little feelings? I got a warning. Oh no.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a warning. Oh, you sensitive little
Wow.
Nancy's.
Oh, wow. Don't report.
Oh.
Don't you do it.
You poor little babies.
Here you go again. I thought you all were winning.
I thought, yeah.
Why?
Oh, you poor little babies. You horrible Christians. You're horrible parents. That's all you are.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, I
Wow.
said parents. I didn't say children today, in case you were deaf.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I'm disappointed in you, Matt. I
Right.
really am disappointed.
I'm gonna
All right.
drop. I'm gonna drop.
All right. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Attacking. No Lies Protected. Oh my God, where did my comments section go, ladies and gentlemen? I can't see it. All right, let's bring up our next panelist, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, brother Lex. Okay, I see it when I have guests. Good morning, brother Lex. How are you doing? Oh my God, listen, man, you always be coming in here with the latest threads, man. Keep up the good work. You are a Little Hawk. I did mod you, Little Hawk. Let's go. Good morning, brother Lex.
Yeah, that Super Tuesday, it shows a lot because the margin of his victory is way under the criteria for winning a national election.
Right.
And I don't know what it is with these guys reporting people in the live, because I noticed that after I did Janae Needs Jesus, that you guys haven't been very happy about that.
Oh, the Janae Needs Jesus track. That did it. That I knew it. I knew it wasn't, because I normally do what I do. I cook the way that I cook. But that Janae Needs Jesus track, brother, listen, we might need to open that up and turn that into a hit record. I mean, really, do what you do, all right? Because Right Heaven, it had a great melody to it. And it just fits so right, because she claims to be a Christian. And so, what better way to get her the truth than some nice music like that? All right.
But you know something, the issue I have is I've been talking to a lot of people that I know that I allow them to be MAGA and not say anything to them about it. I was just like, you know what, let's see what we can do. But not trying to tell them, I don't want to be friends with you anymore because you are voting completely against everything that I stand for. And my people, by the BIPOC communities, which includes me, and you're going against democracy, and you fail to realize that you are doing so because you are worshiping a sycophant.
Now, can I ask you something? Because this is going to hit a little home for me. What do you say to your relatives out there that are of our same kind that are out here supporting Donald Trump? What do you
Don't come to the cookout.
All right. And you know exactly who you are. Don't come to the cookout if Zeus is there. These folks are some sick individuals.
You can't. I mean, nobody in my family is doing that.
Really?
Not one.
Really?
Not one. Yeah.
I wish I could say the same. I really do.
Well, I mean, what happens is they they get around people's case in point in the workplace or in these social situations. And then they start to kowtow and align themselves with those people to make their situation more comfortable. And then they in order to be able in social settings and able to fit in, they start going along with the narrative.
Oh, so what you're saying is they are behind enemy lines and they know it, but because of the situation they go along with it.
Yeah, they definitely go along with it, and
shame on you.
And then there's the other ones that are just plain damn stupid.
Well, listen, it's good.
They're plain stupid. I'm trying here.
Yeah. We're keeping it clean. Don't worry, John.
Yeah. But and another thing, the AI pictures. Remember I told you about that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I started calling them something else. They're called digicoons. So I mean, we have the repeat offenders like the blacks for Trump that you see in the background. You got that same dude with that James Brown process back there.
Yeah.
And he's running out of black folks.
Yeah. So they got to make them up now. Ain't that something?
So I'm gonna stop here before I get reported by Janae Needs Jesus.
Wow.
I'll play myself out.
Okay, go ahead. I love this.
Wait. Janae Needs Jesus. Remix.
Go ahead, brother.
Janae Needs Jesus.
Hey.
Jesus. Janae Needs Jesus.
I love it, brother. That's a hit record. I know a hit record when I hear it, and that's a hit record. Trust me, it's gonna do numbers. Hey.
Wait. Snuggles.
Oh.
I ain't got to you yet.
Oh.
Snuggles look like Jiminy Cricket. You look like Jiminy Cricket.
You can't listen. Oh my God, that's right there. That's a hit record right there for your behind. Listen,
I'm gonna pray for y'all.
Yeah.
Go ahead, cut me off. Just cut me off, kick me out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna save you, brother. All right. I'm saving them. Thank you, brother Lex. Thank you so much. Where did the comment section go? Oh my goodness. All right, Mike disappeared temporarily. I'm so sorry, but I think they're back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that technical difficulties. Yeah. Lex, brother, listen, that track right there is definitely the work of the good Lord, all right? Please keep those hit records coming. Mind your business. Good morning. How are you doing? Yeah, I hope somebody out there is getting saved, all right? Because it would be very pleased if you would find Jesus as a result of listening to this show. All right, good morning, Tracy. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom, tending to the affairs as usual.
Did you see that Nikki Haley officially pulled out of the race?
I heard it. Her speech. Did she already do her speech?
Yeah, she did. It was short and sweet. She made it clear that while she did not back Trump,
Mm.
and she made it clear that she was not. She has been a lifelong Republican, and that she has wants to support has always supported the Republican candidate, but then made it clear she was not going to support Trump. So
Mm.
I think she's making a call out to her Republicans that backed her and said, um, we'll never vote Trump. So I think
Yeah.
she's making it clear that she doesn't want them to vote Trump either.
Mm. Yeah. 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 And is that good news or bad news for Trump, right? Because there's still some folks out here, like Trump supporters, MAGA, they think Donald Trump is doing very well.
It is bad news for him. He didn't get all of the delegates that he needed. Biden did it easily. He's done. He doesn't really he doesn't have he's already got the nomination. He did it easily, smoothly, no problem. Whereas Trump, I think the highest percentage he got in any of the primaries was like 64%. So
Mm-hmm.
anybody that isn't backing him, it's a split. It means it's going to be taken away from his vote. And he lost the last time
Yeah.
by, 9 million votes or 8 point something million votes. So it just adds more to his deficit.
Mm. You hear that, MAGA? It's not looking good for Trump. It's actually adding more to his deficit, and he's good at running up a deficit, isn't he?
Yes, he is. And he made a point of coming out onto his Truth Social and bad mouthing her, and uh, I can't.
The
I
way
don't.
the
I don't
way
even.
the way he disparages women, I'm just shocked that there's women out there that could actually really look me in the eye and say, I support this guy. Knowing just how dangerous he is. I'm surprised that there's folks out there that are still willing to do it.
Well, you see Janae in the comments saying that she's backing him. I mean, going against her own interests, going against the interests of if she has any daughters, if she has friends with daughters, if she has any friends in general. They're voting against their own best interests. They're taking away their bodily autonomy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't understand why they do it.
I don't either, but the roosters are coming home to roost, right? And I do believe that come November, these folks are going to be once again in a state of shock. Because
Yeah.
I do believe the majority of Americans understand just how dangerous Donald Trump is. Even though these poll numbers are saying what they say, a lot of people don't believe that nonsense.
Yeah, he has made it clear when he's out on the doing his rallies and
Right.
doing his things.
Yeah, yeah. I completely agree. Well,
Yep.
listen up, Tracy. I understand your birthday was yesterday.
Yes, sir. It was
All right.
61.
Oh wow! Well, listen, happy birthday! I love it and love you. Okay, so will
Thank
you
you.
be able to stick around towards the end of the show? I mean, yeah, Heaven said you're 21. We like to celebrate birthdays in the kingdom, all right? And so if you don't mind, once the show wraps up in about 30 minutes or so, come on to the box and we'll sing happy birthday to you. Fair enough.
All right. Thank you so much. And thank you
All
for
right.
bringing me up.
You're
Oh,
absolutely
wait a minute.
welcome.
I have one more thing. Hold on. I just wanted to show one more thing. Hold on.
Oh, you got some gifts for us.
There you go.
Hey! Oh my God! Cut it out! Oh my gosh! Listen, that lady needs to leave. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Snuggles,
All right.
Snuggles, go get your leader, Snuggles. Oh God!
He's defected from McDonald's. He's gone on to KFC.
Oh my
All
God!
right.
Is he in there with no shoes on? How you walk into KFC with no
I
shoes on? Oh my
I
God!
don't know. I don't
This is
know.
embarrassing.
That's crazy.
All right, all right, all right. All
All
right.
right.
Well,
Thank you for having me up, sir.
all right. All right. You too, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful Tracy. No lies detected. See, ladies and gentlemen, it's not that hard to get in the box and tell the truth and really shame the devil. I don't understand why Trump supporters have a very difficult time doing this. All right. Let's move it along. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I see. I see the devil. The devil came to the kingdom this morning. This ought to be interesting. Yes, J Bear. Yes. Did you accidentally send a request?
No, I actually like that song.
Oh, okay, 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 good.
He sings nice.
Okay,
Absolutely.
okay. It's
Hopefully
pretty true.
I'll be
It's
able to do
pretty.
the hook.
It's pretty
Hopefully I'll
truthful
be able
though.
to do the hook for you though.
But it's pretty truthful, right?
No, not at all. I love
Because
Jesus. I love God. I've got a ton of stuff on that.
now don't I can't have you in here lying on my God like that, Janae. All right,
Okay.
your
I don't know who your
fruits,
God is.
your fruits haven't yielded. All right, they haven't yielded that kind of that kind of result. All right, as far as I'm concerned, you're still out here dwelling in lies and misinformation and spreading Russian disinformation.
Zeusy, are you butthurt because Trump is going to kick your ass?
What makes you think that's going to happen? I'm curious.
Hello, Biden. You guys all say Biden's doing so good.
Well,
He was
okay.
running against himself. Are you kidding me? There was no one running with him. Of
Well,
course he's going to win.
Trump was supposed to get 15 states. He was supposed to get 15, and then he was supposed
my
to win.
Lord.
He was supposed to win Washington D.C. What happened?
Listen, he won Maine, blue.
No.
He won a lot, buddy, and by far. That's why little Miss Nikki Haley's leading the race.
Okay, so why did he lose D.C.? Why did he lose?
Why do you think he lost it? Think about it. DC hates him. Are you kidding me, Zeus? That's
No,
silly.
no, I don't know. I
And
mean,
by the way,
isn't the role of a president to unite the country?
of course, your role as president hasn't done it either.
It just seems like he's dividing the Republican Party. So how
Actually,
can
that's
it?
not true.
You know what they call him, right?
Not
They call him the Great Divider, right? He knows how to divide everything that he's a part of, right? For instance, are you following these criminal cases that he got? All right, are you following this
Gots
stuff?
or has?
Gots. Yeah. Are you following this
I'm
stuff?
following everything, of course.
So
I'm
how do
listening
you said you're a Christian?
to
The one thing about
Fanny right
the one
now.
thing about you, Janae, that still boggles me is how can you proclaim that you're a Christian and then get behind the guy that has been
My
found
Lord.
liable for doing you know what to women?
My Lord.
So you don't have any answers.
I'm actually not going to answer because that's just such a ridiculous question. That's beneath me. Absolutely beneath me. I rebuke
Okay, so
you.
well,
in the name
you
of
got
Jesus.
about 30 seconds. Did I answer any of your questions? Because you
I
said
didn't ask you any. I was just coming up to say hi.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
And
listen.
see how you're doing. See if you have a headache or if you're not feeling good or things are happening because you're sad.
Oh, well, you're concerned about Zeus. Oh, so
Yeah.
this.
Do you need some money?
Okay, so I get this. I get what this is. This is your jungle fever. You came to
No,
get
no.
your...
Jungle. I told you the other day, Jungle Boogie. I've never heard the song Jungle Fever. Play Jungle Boogie.
No. You can't tell Zeus how to run his show now, Janae. But I thank you for coming up and saying hi. But you're gonna have to go so I can move on. All right.
Okay. Drop me.
All right. All right.
It's
Yeah.
gonna make me sad.
Okay. Let's do it. Time's up, Janae. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen. She has jungle fever, and you see. Hey! You got to lay there and burn today. I just, one of those crazy stalker kind of type, right? Oh, I was just in the neighborhood, Zeus, and I figured I'd just, knock on your door and say, hi, excuse you. That's not how this relationship works, Janae. Listen, if people don't invite you over, you shouldn't just show up. All right? I get it. I really do get it. You love it. The Janae needs Jesus. You got jungle fever. I guess I see what happened. The song and then the jungle fever, they all merged together. They met together inside of you, and the spirit just sent you into the guest box. Janae, do better. All right, you really got to do better. I don't know what they teach you over there in Magaland, in Magaville, but you need to cut it out. All right, good morning. Oh, she wants me. Good morning, Shay.
Good morning. How are you?
I am all right. Doing just well. How about yourself?
I'm doing good.
Oh my God! People are saying that Trump will be your next president. Shay, what do you?
No chance in hell. No chance.
Not gonna happen.
So here's the deal. This is why they're so politically stupid. I mean, I sit here and go, every political analyst is looking at this. Their own Republican Party's looking at this and going, we have a problem here.
Yeah.
We have a problem in here. On average, she got about 30% of the vote. And then when the Nikki Haley voters were asked, they said they would never vote for Trump. They're never Trumpers. So you tell me how you're going to win a national election when you have about 30% of the Republican Party saying no to Trump.
Explain it, Snuggles. Can you explain it, Snuggles? Janae, can y'all explain this? They can't explain it. I'm so sorry. Jimmy, can you?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's absolutely absurd. Then you have 17 cabinet members of Trump's that have said they would never vote for Trump and are warning people to never put that man back in office. 17 of his cabinet members. Explain that. So this is they have a problem. They have a problem. Yes, has he made the RNC the TNC? Yes, he has. But what do you do going forward when Trump is out of the picture? What do you do?
Well, Shay, someone says all we do is talk about Donald Trump.
Yes,
and that we have nothing. Can you help educate? Thank you, Coast for the subscription.
Jimmy, go look it up. I'm not doing your homework for you.
Can you explain to these MAGA demons in here, especially you, Mark Brown, why is it important that we continue to show America the real Donald Trump?
Yeah, I mean, we have to, because listen, the man has been very clear about what he wants. Now, it's interesting because he was very low energy last night.
Yeah.
And he knows that he had what he's done to the party, and now it's up to him to win again, and he knows the odds are stacked against him. And because in the end of the day, people might be not crazy about Biden, but they know they don't want Trump. So they're going to hold their nose again and vote for Biden. Now, many people are going to support Biden, so don't mistake what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that is what's going to average out in the national election. And when you look at the swing states, that's where she got a majority of her votes were in the swing states, which means in the swing states, again, he will lose, and again, he will lose the election. And we've been trying to tell Republicans, you've got to let this man go. You've been losing with this man since he won in 2016. After that, you've lost every other single race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Clear where the Democrats are coming out because of Roe v. Wade and all of this stuff. It is clear as day what's going on. So,
yep.
But you guys are just so fixated. Well, look at this now, because you've never been in politics.
Never.
The average Trump supporter has never voted before 2016 or 2020. They don't understand politics. They read headlines. Now their whole thing is, oh, we read the bills. I'm like, what in the hell?
Yeah.
They don't get it. And so when political analysts, people who have been in politics will come out and say, this isn't voting well for the Republican Party. So you tell me. He also said to the Nikki Haley voters, and Nikki Haley came out and said it in her thing today, that he said the Nikki Haley voters are not welcome within their party.
It's over.
Over. How do you win? You cannot win unless you get people from the other side to vote for you. It does not happen, will not happen.
So are you saying it won't be rigged? All right, because I want to get this out there. If Trump loses again, well, not if, when he loses, is it safe to say he's losing because he really lost, or should we go back down this path of saying it was rigged? Which one is it, Shay?
I mean, they're going to say it's rigged because that they're dumb as a brick, but you know, they're going to say it's rigged because they can't stand the fact that they're losing, that their ideologies are not popular. 70% of Americans want Roe v. Wade. You know, 70% of Americans support gay marriage. 70%. I mean, in when you're pushing a narrative that's anti this and anti this and anti, you're just not going to win.
Yeah. Tell them, Shay. Tell them.
You've gone off in the weeds to produce, because you think the more mad you make people and the more you keep people in fear, that's your only tactic. Yeah, in the end of the day, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because people can see through the BS. When you turn down doing a border bill, but yet all you do is cry about the border. People are not dumb. That's how Santos, the Santos seat turned blue again.
Yep.
You need to wake up. The tea leaves are very strong. Will it still be a close race? It's closer than it needs to be? 100%.
Yep.
Now, it will be interesting because in March, it starts its very first criminal trial.
Yes. Thank you, Alvin Bragg.
So we're looking at possible 34 felony conviction on this man. Now let's say he only gets one. He still gets one, which is a minimum of 4 years in prison, mandatory.
Mando.
So you guys,
he's going to jail. Wow. Thank you, Shay. That made me feel good that you reminded me he's going to prison.
He can't pardon himself because it's a state trial.
Yep.
So he can't pardon himself. It's not federal. So
Yep.
please, y'all need, but y'all wouldn't listen. You just riding with him.
Yeah.
Riding on the train.
Tell him, Shay.
We're trying. We've been trying. I know y'all are like, you just hate him so much. You have TDS.
Oh.
We're trying to get you guys to understand what's going on. Oh my God, but you won't listen. You just, they're called, like, I just so fixed into, well, all my friends think this way, and I don't know, So, but yeah, good luck, conservative Democrat.
Yeah. Keep wishing. Keep waiting on the tooth fairy, conservative Democrat. All right, I guarantee you it'll be Trump this time. All right, keep on waiting.
On average, 90% of the votes. 90% on average.
That's good where I'm from. When you in the 90s, that's doing pretty darn good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They don't want anybody else but Biden because they know Biden is the one that has a chance because they're equal in age, they're equal in, some issues. So why not?
Yep.
I'm taking enough of your time, my friend. But
all right.
Guys.
Thank you. All right. It's always a pleasure to have you coming in here and spreading the truth and telling the truth and shaming the devil. All right, Shane?
Keep your head up. Keep your head
All
up.
right.
We got
All
it.
right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Shay a round of applause. No lies detected. You see what we got here, ladies and gentlemen? It is a show of force. All right. All right. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, my good friend Fuzzy. Welcome. I see you, Jess. I see you, political mom. All right. Good morning, Fuzzy. How are you? Look at that. Good morning. Look at that.
Good morning, Zeus.
This Boss Steve, my partner in crime. Good morning.
I want to start off with Janae, nay. Yeah. Trump might have looked like he took Maine yesterday. It's not a blue state, Janae. Maine is one of two states that has two electoral colleges, and they split them.
Oh.
Okay, the north part is red, the bottom part is blue, every single vote. So it's not a red state. I mean, a blue state. He won nothing there, Janae, nay. So, you know what I did back in 2018?
What's
Zeus?
that? What's that?
I quit smoking after 34 years.
Let's go! Good job!
Thank you.
Good job!
But I did it because it was bad for my health. Trump supporters, Trump is bad for your health. Quit the cigarettes.
Yeah.
I just want to say that.
They're addicted to him.
Yeah, it is. It's bad. But I just wanted to talk about the not last night's fiasco that Trump did, but the one after the Supreme Court finding.
Okay.
In that little speech that he rambled on about nothing about, he admitted, and I'm surprised this hasn't gotten more said, stealing money from the military to build a wall.
Wow.
In that speech, he admitted that he did that.
Shame on you, Donald Trump.
Mexico was supposed to pay for that, right, Zeus? Wasn't it?
Yep. Build a wall. Mexico's going to pay for it. That's what he said.
Exactly. That's what I thought. So I can't even know what else I wanted to say. That was the biggest thing. But just the ramblings of this old man. Oh, I wanted to talk about just the lives that we've been going into lately, Zeus.
Yeah.
They're upset that we're not upset.
They thought we were going to be upset about the Supreme Court allowing him to stay on the ballot. Are we upset, Fuzzy?
I don't think so.
No.
I wasn't upset.
Easy merch.
MOD seemed awful upset, didn't she?
Oh, my God. I mean, that's what I'm talking about, right? We know that if Trump is on the ballot, it's easy merch for Biden. It's a lot easier for us if he's on the ballot. So you know what? But What the Supreme Court didn't do is say he wasn't an
Right.
insurrectionist, and MOD didn't want to have that conversation because
She absolutely.
she knows, she knows. All right.
Donald Trump could still win, could get more votes, and still could not be our president because Supreme Court did not say
Yep.
he's allowed to be president. He's just
Right.
allowed to stay on the ballots.
Yeah. And what we're gonna do is, and this is why we all gotta vote blue, right? Hypothetically, if Donald Trump wins, he'll never see that White House because as soon as he wins, we're gonna have the Congress, and we're gonna make sure he can't be president again, right? That's how that's gonna work. He's never going to be president. Do you all understand this? There's too many checks and balances in the way. But keep him on the ballot.
let him keep voting, and let him. You know what? For the general, let him write him in. If he's
throw your vote away.
Yeah. Exactly. And the last thing I want to say tonight, first of all, State of the Union.
Okay.
Do not forget the State of the Union will be tonight, and watch Biden tear it up.
Let's go. And you know what I'll say about this? I do not want to hear the MAGA demons crying. I do not want to hear you MAGA demons crying after Biden's State of the Union. Last time they cried, remember? He said MAGA doesn't respect the Constitution and we're a threat to democracy. He's so divisive. Nope, I don't want to hear it because the gloves are off. Sorry, Fuzzy.
Not only that, last time he tricked them. He got all of them to agree not to touch Social Security in front of the country. Don't touch Social Security. Last but not least, before I got to go, I know the bell. RTP, if you guys are not familiar, is doing a debate with MOD, 9:30 tonight Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. So you guys, so RTP, if you guys don't know who he is, go follow him. He's phenomenal. Him and Felice do a show every afternoon, and they are debating tonight. So go watch that. That will be right after Biden dominates the United States. We could roll right into watching that.
Well, okay, I might have to check this out. All right, this is definitely going to be interesting. I'll say the least. All right, because I know of both of them, but the MOD, the nastiness. I want to know if she'll be able to contain herself and really stick to the facts. All right, none of that reporting.
They keep saying it's a new MOD. Me and you both saw the old MOD the other night.
Okay, Fuzzy.
Anyways, good talking to you. See you at DJ's Live, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Fuzzy. Did he say a new MOD? Listen. Wow, this TikTok thing is crazy. You never know what you're gonna hear next out here, ladies and gentlemen. You really don't. Jesus Christ. All right, let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move it along to our next panelist. Oh my goodness, the beautiful Jess. Welcome. Heavy hitter. Jess hits it out of the park every time. Good morning, Jess. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right. Tending to the affairs in the kingdom as usual.
You called me toxic last night.
Oh.
So I came in for some more toxicity.
Oh God. Ladies and gentlemen,
Beware of those fake Christians whose faith is based in their own ideas and feelings and what they think is right and not on God's word. Also, did you hear about Biden working on capping late fees? Have you heard about this?
Is it the credit card one with the $8 limit?
Yes.
Let's go, President Biden!
That's right. He's also going to be working along with others to crack down on illegal and unfair pricing, like groceries and prescriptions and healthcare and other things. Republicans, are you listening? This is what you guys like to hear, right? And banks bring in nearly $14 to $20 billion a year in junk fees. Credit card companies and banks.
Wow. Taking advantage of American people, hardworking Americans, and Biden is standing up for us.
Yep. And we already know Republicans got something to say about it. Tim Scott said it would decrease the ability of credit card products and consumers would face higher interest rates and higher payments and probably not be able to get credit cards.
You see what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? Biden is standing up for Americans all across this country, right?
Yes.
Looking out for your finances in ways you couldn't imagine. Please go on.
This would save Americans nearly $20 billion.
Wow!
Biden's made this a cornerstone of his administration. He's been talking about this for a while, and it's great that he's working on this now more than ever.
Our friend Mark Brown says Biden's been in there for 3 years and he hasn't done, and he said the S word. Could you update him a little bit on what some of the things Biden has done? Because I would hate for him to go out of this life more ignorant than he was when he came in.
He cares about women that have been in domestic violence situations.
Right.
He's renewed the Violence Against Women's Act.
Right.
We have the lowest unemployment and best job growth in history.
Right.
Wow. I don't understand. He has cut child poverty. What are you saying, sir? Just all you have to do is a simple what has Biden accomplished, and you will get a list of so many things.
Yeah.
And if you look up what Trump has done, I'm not saying he didn't pass any legislation or get anything done, but when I'm telling you Biden has passed the most bipartisan legislation than any other president, he has. When he talks about working across the aisle and getting stuff done, he is about that. And he also said last night to all the Haley babies, listen up to all my uncommitted and Nikki Haley supporters. Come over to the Biden baddies. We have a place for you.
Thank you, Jess. We do have a place for you. We might operate like a little bit of a dysfunctional family, but you know what? That's okay, because the other side is a lot worse. They will send you up a river. They'll take all your money and tell you it belongs to Donald Trump. These folks don't care about you, all right?
And it's the fact that just look at his reactions comparatively to Trump's reactions when it comes to accusations or handling business.
Yeah.
Just look at how different they are. One has dignity and respect, and the other is a vile human being.
Bingo.
And with that, I already heard my bell. Have a great day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my good friend, the beautiful Jess. See, the Democrat Party is healthy because we can have tough conversations, but still keep our eye on the prize, right? But with MAGA, that doesn't happen. No matter what Trump does, they will get down on their knees and worship him. They'll do it. They'll put Trump before God, right? I mean, these are some sick individuals, all right? Oh, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we have here? The beautiful political mom. Welcome, political mom. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom, tending to the affairs.
We were having a good time last night. I was just going to say that I appreciated that.
Yeah.
I think that was a good conversation to have. And had we not been interrupted so many times, it could have been a more productive conversation.
Exactly. And we were talking about immigration, right? And it was a shock to these Trump supporters that Trump had released that memorandum deferring the deportation of migrants from Venezuela. They didn't know that.
Nope. But they weren't willing to listen to it until, I'll give it to Conservative Lynn because she did want to listen to that and have that conversation. It was a good conversation after Snuggles departed the live. And we can have an actual decent conversation.
Yeah, you can't have a decent conversation with a lot of these folks. If they're ultra MAGA, if they're Snuggles, you can't talk to them. They're gone. They're unhinged. Yes. Now, any updates in terms of yesterday's Super Tuesday? What are your thoughts on that, political mom?
I mean, I'm having a good day because Colin Allred won Texas in the Senate race against Ted Cruz. So it's going to be Ted Cruz versus Colin Allred. And remember, Ted went against Beto and only won by 2.5% points.
Oh,
so this is a huge victory for us to have Colin Allred, who's a moderate, who happens to be pro-choice and everything that we want. but he also holds the standard of being like from Texas, so he understands what needs to be done here.
Got it. So it's not looking so good for
They're
Lion
actually
Ted.
tied in the polls right now in Texas.
They're gonna think it's rigged, political mom. They're gonna think it's rigged.
Ted's panicking. He's panicking. He's over on his podcast having a conniption.
Yeah, Lion Ted. That's what you get for spreading lies for Donald Trump.
We're about to buy him a plane ticket. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you know where he wants to go. We'll
Cancun, perhaps. Right. Yeah. No, Biden is not done, Joseph. Stop it. See, these folks out here, they keep trying to say President Biden is done. What are your thoughts about that, political mom?
Not done. Like, he has one last job to do, and that's to stop Trump from running. Like,
Yep.
Very simple. Like,
yeah.
I don't think, like, I think we can be honest. Like, he wasn't my pick when it came to the primary.
Yeah.
But I will put all my support somebody because I do not like what the other side is putting forward. Like, there are no new policies, guys. They're all the same rhetoric, same policy, and nothing is progressing. Like, you're full of a Republican majority, and we have got nothing done.
And that speaks volumes, right? I think that's the part they try to make us believe is not as big of a deal as it is. What has Donald Trump or the MAGA Republican Party done for America? Seriously. They can't give us any answers. None. Besides air out their nasty grievances, which they've inflicted upon themselves, right?
Yep. We're not even having policy debate. That's the best part of this. Like, last night was the first time I've actually had like an actual policy debate. Everything else is just the semantics of who's older and whatever, but nobody's really having a policy debate because they have nothing to bring.
Nothing. And that's sad. That's so sad because the rest of the country, if you're listening to what political mom and I are saying, if you don't take anything away from the conversation, take that away, right? The Republican Party, they don't have any real policy that they're running on. It's all about airing out Trump's grievances, right? Self-inflicted wounds. Well, listen, political mom, thank you so much, my good friend, and it was a pleasure to see you, all right? And yes, I agree with you. The gloves are off.
Oh, yeah.
She's right.
Bye, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to political mom once again, all right? And listen, I have to say the gloves are off, ladies and gentlemen, because the stuff we're saying, we wouldn't normally say it, right? I have a lot of things that I'm doing right now in this app, right? And people say, Zeus, why are you so harsh and why are you so mean to MAGA? And I said, because, the stuff I'm saying now, I wouldn't have said it 3 weeks ago. But now I got to say it because the gloves are off.
Everyone knows and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago.
I wouldn't have
said it. I was actually very kind to him. But now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened.
The gloves are off and the jar is open, MAGA. And guess what? You are the ones that opened the jar. You opened the jar when you made up that nasty conspiracy theory about Barack Obama. Good morning, my good friend, Miss Boston. Hey, my partner in crime. Let's go.
How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, so it looks like MAGA is seriously upset.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why. I mean, Orange Jesus can stay on the ballot.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he underperformed in the polls, in the primaries, according to the polls. But, he still got his little delegates, right?
Yeah. His little delegates. That's a cute way to put it, right?
Yeah, that was a term of endearment. But,
I like it. I like it because it was a little subtle diss in there. All right. When you're able to do it like that, I actually appreciate it.
Yeah, I can code switch every now and again.
You do a good job. Great job.
Yeah, so it's the temperature out there is pretty hot. I don't know why. I was on my own live, just chilling.
Oh.
Really, just talking to my brother about how he shouldn't be brainwashed by all the malarkey that comes out about Trump and the shoes and the racism and all of that. He was sitting on my panel. He was listening for a minute. And then, next thing I know, my live was ended. And I'm thinking, okay, so somebody shadow watching me, somebody, It doesn't matter if you're yelling, screaming, hollering, cussing them out, or having a, very calm, cool, and collective tone and pitch in your voice. It doesn't matter how you come at them, right? They still have this jealousy, envy, MAGA demon, running rampant inside of them. And it really shows, like, they're a bunch of adults, right, that act like children. It's like they mimic Trump in every single aspect and really want to be like him and want to, like some dude was on Union Gangs Live yesterday and he was like, yeah, I'm a felon, so what? So what, that we're not even gonna talk about that. We ain't got nothing to do with it. Yes, it does, because it shows your character. You know what I mean? It shows who you are. I mean, you trying to align yourself with individuals who don't have your best interests at heart, who basically, is rude and disrespectful or whatever, and they have, been raised right by anybody, let alone in a barn.
With Wilbur, oh my God, in the barn.
Yeah, with Wilbur and Charlotte, Charlotte's Web, picture that, right?
Wow.
But it's wild how they just they really don't care. You know what I mean? They don't care how they treat you. They cuss you out, call you the N-word, call you monkeys. Talk crazy about you, call you a man, transgender, whatever. And they think that's a flex.
Yeah.
But really, what it flexes on is the nature of your heart and how your mind basically.
Don't let them get to you. Don't let them get. These folks are and you're my partner in crime.
Now I don't let them get to me in that regard, because Zeus, I got plenty of accounts.
I know you.
I'm not really tripping off of that. If I want to be live, I can be live.
Yeah.
They're not going to silence my voice, but it's just really amazing to me how they get up day in and day out. I mean, Straight Facts is live real early our time. 4:30 our time,
cooking, serving them. Yep.
And it's crazy how they straight come in there. They flock there just to be rude, to call her names, to call me names. You know what I'm saying? Talk crazy about Stu. It's like, why? Why? Like, all you gotta do is just swipe. You don't like what you see or hear, swipe. You don't like what's on the TV, turn it off. Change the channel. You have choices in the matter. Ain't nobody, got you with a ball and chain stuck to somebody's live and you gotta watch it and you gotta hear it.
Yeah.
There's no reason for y'all to be disrespectful on the level that you are.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're deep down inside, they're corrupt individuals. These are some sick people.
There is, think of a battery when it gets corroded.
I've seen one, right? Especially on them old hoopies,
if it sit up too long in some sauce.
Hey.
You know what I mean? It starts to have chemical reactions.
Yeah.
Bubbling over, and that's how I see MAGA.
Yeah.
And then the other way I see MAGA is pretty graphic.
Oh, listen! Oh my goodness! You did something to my mind when you said that, because I know it's a lot of nasty.
I'll give you a hint: an empty scrotum sack.
Oh! You're right, Miss Boss Diva. You're telling the truth. These folks are deranged. They're desperate, and they're looking for hope and love in all the wrong places, and they'll never find it. They'll never find that love that they've been craving all their life with Donald Trump, because he doesn't love them.
He really doesn't. And it's funny because what Rick tells him, at least I talk to you. Trump is never going to talk to you.
Bingo. Trump
is never going to tell you that you're doing a great job straight to your face. He's never going to put it in your ear that, you've been a faithful and loyal servant. He ain't never going to tell you that. He ain't never going to talk to you ever. But you come on our panels and our lives and spew all that crap. But you would never tell Donald Trump to his face.
Bingo!
Like you said.
Bingo!
When you said that, I was like, the reverberation of the soul just started, take hold. But
they tell us on TikTok what they want to tell Donald Trump, but they don't have the courage to do it.
Exactly. They take all that out on them, on us. That they really should be directing that energy and that anger and that hate and disrespectful, decorum over there on Truth Social. That's where you really need to do it at.
Yep.
But wishful thinking, right?
Yep.
Because they're never going to do the right thing.
Nope.
We can't count on them to do any of the right thing. But,
absolutely not.
But Joe Biden is thriving. He got, he did very well.
Yeah.
Very well. He performed pretty good on Super Tuesday. So we really don't have nothing to worry about.
Nope.
That part.
Other than making sure we keep these characters on TikTok because, Alvin Bragg's case is coming.
I'm excited. I see how you got excited. You was like pumping your fist. I'm like, that was stomping my feet because I'm like, yes, let's go, Alvin Bragg. Do you know if it's going to be televised or not?
I don't know yet. All right, but
because I know it's a state case, so it should be. But
I have a high degree of confidence we're going to get the real evidence to come out to us on a regular basis. We're not going to let Donald Trump tell the narrative. Absolutely not. Right.
As a matter of fact, Michael Cohen is live right now. I've been dipping in his lives and loving the way that he talks to MAGA because he knows their language, MAGAnese, right?
Yeah, MAGAnese. Exactly.
All right, Zeus, I love you. I heard my bill. All right. But you take care. You stay safe in these TikTok and any other street.
You know I will, and you stay safe and beautiful out there. All right,
much
my good
love.
friend.
I love you very much.
All right, love you, Miss Boss Diva, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give the beautiful Miss Boss Diva a round of applause. No lies detected. Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh! Who do we have next? All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're in overtime territory. Y'all must really love Zeus today. That's really awesome. Good morning, Takesha. How are you doing?
Hey Zeus, how are you?
All righty.
I heard my friend was in the comments.
Jimmy or Double D? Actually,
Jimmy.
I saw. Jimmy. Sweet Jimmy's.
Jimmy, I'm here just for you, Jimmy. Jimmy, check this out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jimmy, you just whine, you blow my mind. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy.
Hey.
So far up snuggles, but now you got the bubble guts. Hey, Jimmy.
Hey,
Jimmy. Hey, sitting at home beating it all the time. That should really be your crime. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, shaving your legs with nail, wearing band-aids for underwear. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy.
Listen.
Dipping in between your legs, cause there's no it's just there. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy.
Oh my!
Hey, Jimmy.
Oh my God, that's fire! That's fire!
Jimmy.
Oh my God, I think you knocked him out. That's fire!
That's my good friend.
Oh my goodness!
That's my friend.
All right.
I'm gonna love you to the end, Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy. Jimmy's my friend till the end. Oh, Jimmy. All right. How you doing today, Zeus? How you doing, Zeus?
I'm doing all right. Oh
they gonna learn to leave me alone. They gonna learn to leave. I don't bother nobody. I don't bother nobody, Zeus. I mind my own business, and these people keep coming for me. Jimmy.
Woo!
Woo.
Hey, listen, that's something else. That's something special for you, Jimmy. I mean, look what you done did.
I even broke out and gave you a song. My Jimmy. Yeah. All right. Ooh, how many days I got? What I thought I was going to do them all week. What, I got 2 more days?
Hey,
2 more days for Jimmy. All right. Yeah.
Hey,
but anyway, we can get to a more serious subject.
God. Oh, God. You hit all the notes right there. You hit them all. I didn't know
make
you
me
had
hit
that
again, Jimmy. Yeah. All right. Listen, Zeus.
Oh, my God.
I'm so weak.
I'm sweating over here. It's getting hot over here.
Well, hey, he got a special song. He should do special.
Yeah, yeah. I hope you learned something right there,
Do
Jimmy.
you feel special, Jimmy?
No lies detected.
Just for you, my Jimmy.
Yeah. Well,
I'ma call him jerking unjustly, Jimmy. Jerk it, Jimmy.
Oh
Jerk
my
it,
God.
jerk it, Jimmy. Yeah.
Wow, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna be getting a nice little chuckle from that, Takesha. All right, I really do appreciate that nice little song you put together for our good friend Jimmy, because he's been in the basement all his life and he's never had anybody show him that kind of attention.
Basement Jimmy. Yeah. All right.
Woo! All right.
So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to come and show Jimmy some love.
All righty.
I saw that he was in the comments.
All right.
I promised him, and I'm a woman of my word.
All righty
So
then.
I wanted to make sure I stuck to my word.
You did an excellent job, Takesha, and I thank you so
And you
much.
come back tomorrow, Jimmy.
Hey, let's go.
All right, good.
All right, thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Takesha. I'll bring up one more guest, and then guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Zeus does have to get up out of here. Oh my gosh, we're well into overtime, but I thank you all. Good morning, Brother Swerve. Oh, Tracy, are you still here? We got to sing happy birthday to you. Good morning, Swerve.
Good morning, Brother Zeus. How are you?
I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom tending to the affairs. How about you?
I hear you.
Okay, I see you, Tracy. All right.
I've been kind of going through some things these past couple days, but I'm hanging in there.
Is everything okay? That's the
Yeah.
first thing, right? We got to make sure we're good. All right.
Yeah. I'll be okay.
All right. You know, I'm always worried about you. I know you've been here in the show, but you haven't came up that much, so I was a little worried. But I'm glad you came to let us know you're okay.
I appreciate that, man. I really do, and I appreciate all the love I get from the kingdom.
Yeah.
What made me send my guest request today was Janae.
Oh.
J Bear.
Yeah.
Talking about how Trump won Maine. Okay, these people need to understand something. He didn't win anything other than the majority of the percentage of Republican voters. In some states, they can vote for a Republican or a Democrat, but those are very few states.
Yeah.
And they typically have to flip their registration at least 30 days before. Okay, so, he didn't win anything. Just like, you know who else won the majority, the percentage, a very high percentage of voters?
Who's that?
That would be Joe Biden.
Yep. I knew you were going to say it.
President Joseph Robinette Biden.
Yeah.
It's like saying Mufasa sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah. Mufasa. Yeah. Yeah.
But it just kills me how they run around talking about he's still winning. You ain't winning nothing when you got to give up $500 million.
Yep, that part.
I don't think Zeus, if somebody told me I had to give up $500, I'm gonna be mad.
Yep, me
okay,
too.
So I don't understand how they can say he's winning. Alvin Braggs is coming for him on March 25th. Ain't no more delaying that one.
Nope.
The Supreme Court is not going to grant him any kind of blanket immunity because that means Joe Biden gets it too.
Yep.
And if you're innocent, why do you need immunity? I just don't understand that. I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
And instead of trying to claim how innocent he is, he's always claiming who's out to get him.
Yeah.
You know, and instead of talking about new policies that he wants to use to move the country forward, he's still trying to relitigate the 2020 election. I mean, there's just no pleasing this man other than if he wins. And even when he loses this time, I already know what it's going to be.
Right.
It's going to be 3 years of the election was rigged.
Well, can he say that while he's in prison though? You know, that's kind of what I see happen.
He goes to jail. The election was rigged. The jury was rigged. He'll come up with some nonsense about how the jury was paid off by George Soros. And Bill Gates, and the judge was in everybody's pockets. The judge's clerk was a never Trumper. Like everybody's always against him.
Ain't that something?
And he's the only one telling the truth.
Yeah.
I don't understand. That's that cult mentality. No matter what they say, he's the only one telling the truth. And the 14th tenet of fascism is denying elections.
Bingo.
Now, who's doing that, I wonder? Oh, that would be Donald T. Rump.
I like how you put the T Rump.
That would be the old Donald T. Rump.
Yep.
This election was rigged, and that's all he's going to do.
Yeah.
And Zeus, I guarantee you, 20 years from now, some of these MAGA kids going to be sitting down talking about, oh, I remember that 2020 election and how it was rigged against Donald Jesus Trump. And when they rigged it, Joe Biden became the president and passed more monumental legislation than any other president in the history of our country. But that didn't do us no good because old T. Rump had another round coming in 2024.
Oh.
And guess what? He lost that one too. Oh, because the election was rigged. This time it involved Kamala Harris. This time it involved Hugo Chavez.
Oh, that part.
This time Elvis Presley even got in on the action. And they all rigged the election against Donald Trump, and our country was plunged once again into great success and economic value. Thank you, President Biden. I'm sorry, it's like saying Mufasa.
Oh, there you go, right?
That's how it's gonna go down 20, 25, 30 years from now, I guarantee.
Wow. They have no shame. Any one of you telling that kind of story, you ought to be ashamed and embarrassed. All right.
Oh, they already telling that story now about the 2020 election. They want to relitigate it, yet they have no evidence of anything. Donald Trump is claiming to have all this great evidence. He can't show it.
Yeah.
The people online have claimed to have all this great evidence, yet they can't ever show it. Oh, it's all around you. Go look it up. Do your research, bro.
I've never seen any evidence to support any of the claims that MAGA has made. Never, not once.
No, I haven't either. And then when you ask them, where can I find it? Oh, it's at trustmebro.com.
Oh, cut it out. I don't visit those Russian...
If you want a government website, you can find it at trustmebro.gov.
I don't buy it.
/OnlyFans.
Now, that part I believe they are into. They're definitely spending all their money on OnlyFans.
Well, that's a roundabout backdoor to Donald Trump. See what I did there?
Yep. I see what you said without saying what you said, brother. I hear you.
Oh, I'm gonna keep saying what I say with my whole chest. They ain't gonna stop me. As we always say, the gloves are off. Like Donald Trump said, that jar is open.
Yep.
I really don't see him opening any kind of jar when he can't even hold a bottle of water with one hand. So
nope.
He probably got one of them automatic. Well, what am I talking about? He does have an automatic jar opener.
It's
called
he does.
Butler. which he may have to lay him off, considering the fact that he's going broke.
Yeah, he's going broke. That's the ultimate MAGA reward, right? That's part of it.
Yep. It's like you say, it's either jail or hell.
Right.
And in the middle, there's a pit stop called Chapter 11.
Hey, that's the ultimate MAGA reward.
That's it. All right. Well, listen, brother. I heard my bell. I know you in overtime.
All right.
Get back to the kingdom. Again. Thank you all. I appreciate you. And y'all have fun, or y'all take care. Have fun, and doggone it, be safe while you're doing it.
All right. You too, brother. And thanks again for all you do to help spread the truth, my brother.
You're very welcome, sir. I'll see you later, big brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to my brother Swervin, who always is able to come in and tell the truth and shame the devil. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. We're well past overtime, and I'm so sorry I didn't get to all of you in the box. Thank you all for coming to join the show on the backup account. I really do appreciate it. We had way more engagement this time, all right? So I don't know. Maybe the information is circulating. Tracy, are you there? We got to sing happy birthday to you. All right, I see you. All right, are you there, Tracy? Miss Morningstar, I see you. I got to get up out of here, though, all right, let's sing happy birthday to my good friend Tracy, ladies and gentlemen, and then we are going to land the plane. Are you there, Tracy?
I am here.
All right, well, so your birthday was yesterday. We didn't get to celebrate it, but I'm hoping we can celebrate it today, and then I'll check in with you after to see if you have any exciting plans that you can share with us, all right?
All right. Thank you so much.
All right,
You're
all
so
right.
kind.
No, you're kind, and thank you for all that you do. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to celebrate Tracy's birthday in the kingdom.
I heard it was somebody's birthday.
Hey!
I heard it was somebody's birthday.
Hey!
Yeah, PJ penned a birthday song. Yeah, yeah. Today is your birthday. We gon' say it loud.
Turn up!
Today is your birthday. I know you're so proud.
Hey! Let's go!
Turn out.
Hey!
Party get it lit and wild out. Come to kick it, we gon' say
Happy, 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 happy birthday! Let's go!
birthday to you, yeah. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Let's go!
Blow the candles like a kiss.
Woo, woo.
Go a party, everybody bringing gifts.
Let's
be. You gotta stay every year, you can't miss. All my friends coming in.
turn up!
And my parents raise my allowance.
Raise your allowance and Biden's economy. We're doing so great, ladies and gentlemen. Turn up!
Today is your birthday, we gon' say it loud.
Hey!
Today is your birthday, I know you're so
Hey!
proud.
Hey!
Today is your birthday.
Let's go! Happy birthday, Tracy! Enjoy it to all of your family and friends out there. You guys need to top this. Let's go! Happy birthday! That's what we're celebrating.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Happy birthday, Tracy! All right, we gotta get her over the mountaintop, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get her over the mountaintop. Woo! You know we can't even. Hey!
This is great.
Hey! You're a legend. Happy,
Thank
happy,
you.
happy birthday!
This is making my day. You guys are so sweet.
Thank you, Shay. Oh yeah! Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, it's always a pleasure when we can celebrate these special moments in the kingdom. All right, it really is. All right, now Tracy, any exciting plans that you care to share with us? I know we're a day late, perhaps, but we're not $1 short. It looks like. Any exciting plans?
I think the only thing that we're going to do is go out to dinner on Friday and maybe go have a few drinks. But, you know, I'm kind of old, so.
Oh, you don't look it. You're still young. You're stronger than ever. I mean, you're not like Donald Trump, right? This guy's forgetting everything, right?
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Well, listen, I do wish you the rest of a happy birthday week. Have as much fun as you can. Enjoy the moments, all right, with your family and friends. That's what life is truly about. And I really do thank you for being a part of this community out here, all right? Oh, Mountain Road.
Oh my goodness. You guys are so sweet. My God, you guys are going to make me cry.
Yeah, oh, don't cry. But if you want to, it's okay, all right? I mean, it's all love here. Despite what my haters say, they say, Zeus, you spread a lot of hate on your platform. It's really not hate. It's really love here, right? And that's what's holding us all together.
Is.
Our love for each other and our love for the country, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, listen, I got to move it on, but thank you so much, all right? And I got to get up out of here.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for the very extreme. Yeah, you didn't have to do that. Just singing happy birthday would have been enough. Thank you so much. I love you all.
Oh, look at that. And you are humble, just like Triple H. Thank you, Tracy. I love you. I really do. It's not bad to have some humility, right? Thank you as well, all right?
Thanks. You have a good rest of your day, everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this special broadcast. Thank you, Tracy, and it's now time to wrap things up and get up out of here. I thank you all for being a part of this show bright and early. I really do appreciate it. A special thank you to my subscribers, to my gifters, to the moderators, and of course the panelists. You all have done an excellent job helping to keep this show exciting, engaging, and entertaining. All right. And one last round of booze and shame, right? For the Zeus haters, for our haters, our critics, and our detractors, all right? These are some sick and twisted people. They are desperate. They dwell in lies and misinformation. They spread Russian propaganda on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. These are some sick and twisted folks, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give them what they deserve. Our final round of booze and shame. I'll never let a Trump supporter be a victim around me, because what you've done to this country is a disgrace. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, all right? And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, take care and stay safe out here in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do, all right?
Most handsome in the kingdom.
And I really am the most handsome. All right. It's a great show, yeah. Let's go, Dark IT, baby. This morning star, little hawk. I see you, brother. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. All right, redhead, let's go. Harvey. H must stands for hot. This is Mr. Octane. Angel, thank you, and conservative Democrat, you're not winning, you're losing. Divided no more. Mary, Sneaky Fingers, Michael, let's go. Jessica, Reggie, I see ya. Garvey, let's go, brother. Auntie Shay, let's go. Hey, Cole, Stan, hey, I see ya. Let's go, Dark Warrior. EJ Kitty, all right. Stacy Jones in the building. Yes, Miss Boss Steve. All right, Jess. User, I see you. I'm gonna get you with the follow. Let's go. Hey, I'm the one. Rio.
You know I'm so handsome.
Lady, I see you.
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus.
Marisol, I see you. I got you. Queen, please, I got you. All right, politically heard, I got you. Thank you so much. All right. Shadow Kitty, I got you. Looking gorgeous. Jazzy. Where you at, Jazzy? You're making me blush. All right. Reggie. Clickbait. I like that you're advertising my picture. Keep up the great work, clickbait, trash bait. Look at Rick.
I didn't make the game of rules.
Hey.
If you can't slip, I'll be in.
They can't stop me. Absolutely right, straight six.
I'm just sitting on my throne.
Hey, let's go.
Let loose with the truth.
Hey, cool. Kevin 30 and early. All right, thank you, cool. Player hating on the God, boy, you're such a douche. Clickbait, that's you. Clickbait, you're player hating on the God. You know that. That makes you a douche. These folks are actually, they make profiles and they use my likeness on their profiles. They really want to be Zeus. Hey. Oh my God, they're so jealous and they're so insecure. Apple user, I see ya. All right, here we go. All right.
I just want to find.
Yeah.
11,000.
Dr. G, Radiant Mahogany, I see ya.
One more than we have.
Marisol. All right. Reggie, let's get the remix going, brother. You want to hear the Jack Smith remix? Nutty Professor, I see you. Let's go.
He's deranged.
Hey.
Jack Smith. He's deranged. 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 Jack Smith. He's deranged.
Hey.
Jack Smith.
Hey.
Donald Trump is indicted and they take
one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
Oh, okay. What do we want to end the show on, ladies and gentlemen? What do we want to end it on? All right. Let's see what I got over here for you Trump supporters. All right. Here we go. What do I want to say? What do I want to do? No, I've done that one. Let me see what I got for you. No, I don't want to do that one. Oh, well, maybe I'll do this one. All right. He's a big Trump baby. There you go. Deranged Jackman. There you go. Let me see. What do we got right here, ladies and gentlemen? What do I want to do? I guess we'll do this one, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to win so much. We're going to win at every level. We're going to win economically. We're going to win with the economy. We're going to win with military. We're going to win with healthcare and for our veterans. We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning.
That's when he pulls it
we have
down.
to win more.
He's pulling the pants down right there. He's pulling the pants down right there. All right. All right, I got you, Jess.
Pancakes. Struggle honey buns.
All right, I gotta get him out of here.
Yeah.
He's a struggler. That's for you, Snuggles. All right, and then you know what I gotta do? I gotta drop the bomb.
You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
That's right. You ain't black. You ain't nothing but a modern day slave. I'm out of here, ladies and